Reaction from retired U.S. Army General and Vice Chief of Staff Jack Keane. General Keane, thanks for joining us. Of course, this is very alarming. I would suspect emboldened by the successful bombing of that Russian plane in Egypt and now this attempt in Somalia. How dangerous is this risk? How dangerous has it become?
Well, aircraft are always going to be something that terrorists are interested in because you bring down an airline and you garner world attention. And then you can intimidate literally hundreds of thousands of people who travel the skies every year. So this will always be an objective, and until such time as we truly get these airports properly secured, the terrorists will have a degree of success. As Catherine pointed out, bringing down the Russian airliner, and this came dangerously close to being successful here in Somalia. So here we have ISIS, who's supposedly on the defensive, trying to defend Iraq and Syria. They've got 9 affiliates that they've expanded into in the Middle East, into North Africa, and also into Southern Asia. And they've got 3 more affiliates, one in Somalia, that is about to be approved. And they clearly are providing guidance and resources to conduct operations against people who are infidels or non-believers to accomplish these kinds of operations to break people's will and also to get the kind of attention that they want. So this is a very active organization that's fighting the conventional battle in Iraq and Syria, but conducting operations that are terrorist operations, not only in the region but outside of it. Quite remarkable.
Captain Harrod's talked about all of our security being right up front as we go enter, but now, considering maybe the back end is exposed, that ICE is now targeting baggage handlers and airport employees. Are we prepared for that?
Well, I think in our country there's been looking at this very hard. I think they recognize there are some weaknesses here, proper background checks itself, proper surveillance. I'm assuming that we've made some great strides here. But get outside the United States and get outside the major airports in Europe or in Israel, and I think we got to have a level of concern that security is not what it is, and therefore the terrorists are going to take advantage of it. This is what they do. They'll find a weakness and exploit it.
What I'm really concerned about is the connecting flight. In this particular case, they were able to leave a device on the plane. Any idea about sort of these connecting flights? It goes from Somalia, perhaps to let's say Heathrow, and then it goes from Heathrow to here. I think these are the concerns we have because these guys are slippery and they figure out ways to circumvent anything we put up there.
Well, one of the things that our people are very concerned about is just what you're suggesting. And we have, I think our viewers know, we have security forward deployed in those major airports that fly to the United States. I'm talking about big population center airports like London, Paris, etc. in Europe. And those connecting flights and what's going on our airplanes, they get very, very close scrutiny. So I'm not as concerned about that because we have people there that are very sensitive to this issue that we're talking about. Not just the passengers, but the baggage themselves.
General Jack Keane, thank you very much. Really appreciate it.